The DOJ was launched, they've launched this investigation into Abbott over contaminated baby formula that killed 2 infants. But this story is much bigger than that. It's also the NEC story that you've covered. You did a story on NEC. Matter of fact, my daughter in this law firm is handling that case. It's a huge case against Abbott. Let's talk about this one.
Yeah, right now, and it's, 12 months after the fact, the DOJ finally says, okay, we're going to look into what happened. But last February, of course, we had Abbott Industries pull their baby formula off the market after 2 infants died after ingesting it because it was contaminated with bacteria. Mm-hmm. And a year before those deaths happened, you had a whistleblower at the company come forward and say, there is bacteria all over this. These are unsafe conditions. We're putting out a dangerous product. So 24 months after the whistleblower came forward, our DOJ finally says, all right, I guess we got to do something here, and they'll do nothing in the end.
Well, yeah, it's the same story. Sometimes I get tired of talking about how dysfunctional the DOJ is. It's just a joke. It's just like the regulatory SEC. It's just like go watch the Bernie Madoff, this last movie they made on Bernie Madoff, to understand how dysfunctional these folks that we believe are looking over everybody's shoulder and doing the right thing. The SEC, you may as well not even have it. FDA, it's a joke. EPA, my God, really? What it's become? So this is one of those stories where all this is avoidable, wasn't it?
It really was. And here's the thing, too, and this is, I'm going to give you a hell of a lot of praise here and all the other attorneys. The DOJ will look at the same case as you look at. And the DOJ will say, we're not going to end up doing anything about this. We don't really think there was anything super bad with it. They've learned their lesson, whatever it is. But then you can go to court, you'll beat the hell out of these people, and you'll win hundreds of millions.
And then they'll do something, maybe.
But it takes it takes these other lawyers from across the country to actually hold these people accountable for the DOJ to finally say, okay, I guess we have to because now we look like idiots because all these other great lawyers were able to hold these people accountable.
Yeah, I think what it is the DOJ has a tendency to go after low-hanging fruit. If it's not easy, they're not going to do it. The other part of this story, maybe they'll take this more seriously, is that the Abbott and some other folks that make baby formula understand that you cannot give preemie babies cow's milk because what it'll do is it can shut down their entire gastrointestinal system. It dries it up to where it's like paper, and these kids die. And these cases are so bad, as we've talked about on another show, is that the nurses who are working in these pediatric settings with preemies, they end up quitting because they can't stand to hear the cries and the suffering of these children. Yeah. It's so excruciating, it's such excruciating pain, I almost have to put them into a coma.
Yeah, and it is a painful death that takes a long time to happen. These nurses are emerging almost with PTSD from their experience with these infants who they're watching die and they can do nothing about it. And based on what we know, it sure as hell looks like these companies knew.
Oh, they did.
This was happening.
There's zero questions. The documents are always coming. They knew. They had every reason. The literature showed them. Epidemiology showed them. Their in-house documents show it. They had every reason to know it. But what they were doing is they were trying to build brand loyalties. Crazy angle. But they understood that if you can build brand loyalty with a formula at a very young age, that goes on for about 6 or 7 years with the baby foods that you sell. And that's what this was about. So they were telling these nurses, give them this stuff. The nurses saying, I don't want to. And the doctors were ordering to do it.
Yeah, they'd make the deals with the hospitals to pretty much be the exclusive.
To buy exclusive in big amounts. So this Abbott story, we're going after Abbott in a really big way, more on the NEC story. Yeah. It's an awful story.